Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Hi, I'm Shubert. I'll be playing Billy Bigtoes Tamburino, wanted dead or alive for wanton loitering.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
My name's Trevor, and I'll be playing Emory Dusty Roads Elseworth, wanted for unoriginal arson.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs, Billy Tamburino made a new friend. The group was separated in the secret underground train tunnel as Billy accidentally hitched a ride and the wind from the passing train blew out everyone's torches. Archie Elseworth, the prisoner on board the train, was effecting a dramatic escape, and together, Emory and Billy outmaneuvered the guards and unhitched the caboose, letting the train barrel on ahead of them out of the tunnel. Meanwhile, in the dark, Mariposa and Archie found themselves locked in a deadly struggle against McCarty as he attempted to make his own escape. With the slash of the knife, however, Archie brought McCarty's reign of terror to an end. The outlaws now find themselves looking over a new stretch of desert. A lone train station on the crest of a hill is just ahead of them, and in the distance, a red mountain with a glint of light reflecting off of something large and glass. It might be a house.
Glass house.
Big maybe.
Big maybe. Greenhouse? A lighthouse.
And you said that train station was pretty close by?
Yeah, you'll get there in about half an hour.
Whew.
So, we are horseless currently.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
How far would it be to the glass house?
Roll a wits. And if you have anything to do with navigation, I'll give you advantage.
Just eye for detail on my part.
You've got that looking glass, right?
Oh, yes, you're right.
Could use that.
I'll let you use that.
Okay. 15.
15. All right. So you would be pretty certain that if you were on foot, it would take you maybe 2 or 3 days to get there.
Oh, man.
Water might be a concern, but there is this little train station just ahead of you. Maybe there's something that would help you out there.
Right. There's a station before the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I reckon we head on over to the train station and see what's there and take a rest and maybe head back to our horses to
Wait.
get.
That's a long ways away now.
Can I get that looking glass for a sec?
I hand it over, of course, to my husband.
Thank you kindly. And I peer through it and I say, why are there 2 men running away?
That's a good question.
They were jogging to get away from the tunnel, it looked like. But now that they've cleared the tunnel, they're just ahead of you on their way to that train station as well, walking beside the tracks.
Oh, God. If they beat us there, they're going to get all the rations.
So you're going to try and outrun these guys?
I mean, we could try shooting them.
I think these were the 2 old, like the guys on the back of the caboose.
Yeah,
These
the
are the
engineers.
guys who made that weak ass chili.
Yeah.
You guys have a grudge against them specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these guys could be helpful potentially.
They might be getting seasoning for their chili.
True, which would be helpful for all of us. So
I don't know what that means.
I think if somebody wants to run ahead and get there first, that's fine. But I don't see why we should kill them.
I'm just a little concerned that you left 2 witnesses.
Witnesses to what? Exactly. What did I do wrong?
Some sort of train kerfuffle for sure.
Well, they didn't see me do nothing wrong, so.
They say you unhook a caboose.
Nope, I didn't do that.
That's generally seen as wrong.
I never did that.
Well,
that may have been me. That was me. Billy didn't do any of that.
Yeah, and while he was doing that, I was tasting soup.
So high crime for stealing food.
Okay. Well, let's just say, hypothetically, we don't do anything about them. They don't have your names, right?
Well, I did leave some business cards.
Oh, I picked it up. I got it here.
Oh, I left a couple.
And you didn't say your name there, Emory?
Just like a flashback to him bragging to everybody as he's getting on the train.
You'll never stop me. I'm Emory Elseworth.
No train can hold me.
I have a very distinctive voice.
No, they probably don't know who I am.
Yeah, we're not that recognizable anyway.
Quite inconspicuous, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
You are the weirdest criminal I've ever met. I don't normally meet criminals that leave calling cards.
Who, me? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a purveyor of fine goods.
You associate with criminals.
Speaking of which, recently I've been a surveyor of fine goods, and I found a little something.
Well, what you got there?
Oh, we got distracted so easily.
Is that blue velvet?
It may be.
So yeah, you've got this little box. It's got like a little gold clasp on the front. The box is covered with this shiny, soft blue velvet material. You lift the little latch, I'm guessing, and begin to slowly open it up. Inside, sitting on a little bed of the same sort of blue velvet, little cushion, is an eyeball.
Ew.
What?
That is not what I expected.
You can see the long tendril of a dried nerve.
Oh, a very real one, too.
Oh, wow.
What?
Gross.
This is not what I expected in a jewelry box.
You can keep the treasure.
Got to be something more to this. Oh my goodness.
The iris is like this piercing bright light blue. It's very distinctive eye color.
A distinctive eye color, you say? Do I recognize the distinctive eye color?
No, I don't think you would be like, this is Joe's.
Right.
But
That's where he left
This is Blue-Eyed Joe.
if you were to run into one or two people with only one eye, you would probably be able to recognize or match it to the user if you were to run into somebody with this piercing blue color.
Is there like a monogram on the box or anything?
No.
Okay.
Billy feels like there must be more to this because he feels ripped off by getting an eyeball instead of jewelry. So he kind of takes a look at the eye, makes sure it's just literally a human eyeball, and then he's gonna kind of toss it aside and like rip apart the box and see if there's anything inside.
Just like throwing the eyeball on the ground kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need this.
I'm going to put that eyeball in a little pouch. I guess on my belt.
There's some sand stuck to it.
Yeah. Gross.
You rip the cushion out of the box and you pry away at the velvet material, and you can find that the wood inside is made out of like a nice dark walnut kind of wood, but there's no like hidden compartment or identifying information inside. Very strange.
Billy just gets very upset and yells disappointed. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it takes you about a half hour of walking down the hill from the tunnel to get to this train station. You can see that there's a single building with like a little platform that comes up to the train. You see a hook for like the mail bag. Currently, there's a bag of mail swinging on it. And you can see a side track that like hooks into the main rail. There's a side track upon which is one of those, I can never remember what they're called, but like it's got like the seesaw arms that you can pump.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what those are called either. Let's look it up real fast.
Something car.
A hand car.
Yeah, hand
A hand car. Aha.
Also known as a pump trolley, pump car, rail push trolley, jigger, Kalamazoo, or velocipede.
Kalamazoo.
I like Kalamazoo.
That's a brand name, I think.
Oh. Well, what was the last one? A velocipede? That's
Yeah.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Velocipede? That seems like a different thing entirely.
Get a bunch of velocipedes all together.
Yeah.
Back to that.
All right. So yes, you have you've got a velocipede over parked on the side track, and you see a hitching post with 3 horses,
Oh, weird.
and one of them is hitched up to a small passenger carriage. Looks like maybe it's a 2-seater carriage.
Oh, perfect.
Did we see those 2 men duck in here?
Yes, the door is just swinging shut on them as they walk into the front.
Okay.
I think I want to use my quiet step
Mm-hmm.
just to get a glance on what's going on the inside there.
Okay. I won't even make you roll because you creep up.
Oh, excellent.
You creep up to the window and you peek inside into this dark room. You see that there are a couple oil lanterns burning around the room, giving a little bit of light to what looks to be a table with 3 people sitting around it. And they are dealing a deck of cards. You can see a stack of little chips in front of each of them.
Mm.
Oh.
And they have turned and began to chat with these engineers that have just come in the door.
Oh, so now there's 5 people.
Real
Yeah.
quick. What time of day is it right now?
It's stretching into the later evening now.
Okay. I didn't think to ask until you said that they had little lanterns going.
It will be dark before long.
Hey, Emory, I hear you're good at unoriginal larceny.
Yeah.
But he's actually bad at that.
Yeah.
I didn't know somebody else had done it before me.
No, more like because that's what you're wanted for.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want your magnum opus,
No, don't burn down the stick.
if you want a blank canvas.
Don't listen to him. He's a bad influence.
You know, I appreciate the Ellsworth eye for potential, but I happen to have 71 poker chips in my pocket.
Oh,
I feel like I could deal myself in.
Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
Those engineers, they will recognize you.
hey, what say we make this fun and why don't you play some poker and maybe I could help you out on the other side of the table.
You guys distract him with some poker, and I'm going to poke around.
Ooh,
You guys know that those engineers are going to recognize you, right?
Not
that's
me.
fine.
Yeah.
You gave him your business card.
That's fine. We'll make friends with them. I always make friends with everyone.
Exactly.
Well, if you can sweet talk your way through it.
Come on, Archibald.
Look at us.
We can sweet talk our way out of anything.
Maybe you can.
We're very refined gentlemen.
I like this Billy guy.
He like a brother to you?
He might be.
So much animosity between these two guys.
No, you heard like a quiver of sadness in his voice.
All right. So does somebody walk inside?
Yes.
I'm going to wait for these two to cause a scene, most likely.
Okay.
Those two can go in. I'm going to go actually steal these horses.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody should actually do the smart thing and secure the transportation.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay. So you step through the door, and these engineers have kind of wrapped up on their conversation, and they've moved over to the one side of the room, and one of them is sprawled out on a bench. Looks like he's sitting, tuckering down for a nap. The other one is like examining the train schedule and the times on a big printed poster beside one of the windows. And over at the table, these 3 men are just wrapping up a hand of what appears to be poker. One of the men looks like he's maybe the attendant here. He's got a little engineer cap, blue jacket. He's got the Abe Lincoln beard.
Mhm.
He eyeballs you when you come in, and when you don't look like you're about to buy a train ticket from his little booth, he just turns back to the game. The man to his left is a handsome middle-aged man with a thin mustache and like a very crisp, clean white shirt. He's got very fashionably styled hair. Beside him is a chunkier, older man. He looks very sweaty in like a white suit and an oversized white cowboy hat. And I don't think either of you would recognize this person, but our viewers who've seen the whole series would recognize that this is Paul the lawyer from episode 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. Is that the man who I recognized on the train?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And he turns towards the door and he's like, here we go. Here's some new players. Come on over. We'll deal you in. I'm happy to take your money.
I don't really know how to play. Do you mind if I just watch the first few rounds?
Oh, there's nothing to it. It's all luck. You look like a lucky man. Sit on in.
Well, I don't want to lose any money quite yet. I'll just watch for now, if you don't mind.
And what about you, Broad Shoulder?
Actually, I do have a quick question about some of my skills because I haven't had a chance to use all of them. From when I built my character, I have spot a hustle and what someone wants. And I feel like either of those might be beneficial entering into a poker game.
So those would allow you, while you're playing, especially, to get some bonuses on some of your rolls.
Sweet.
You pull up a chair.
Yes.
They begin to deal you in. You can see that they've all got their chips stacked up in front of them, and there's a little pool of cash there. So how much are you putting into the pot?
I have 71 ceramic chips. Can I use any of those here? Is this somewhere I could redeem them?
Well, I'm sorry, friend. Those don't have any cash value here. You gotta buy in. We can't trade those chips for anything else anywhere else.
I got 7 silver.
Surely you've got some sort of collateral. Perhaps you've got something worth trading. It's a mighty fine hat there, or maybe a pistol or something.
Oh, is the silver not something that
It's a modest sum, is all I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Playing for a little bit more than pennies here.
I have 12 silver teeth.
12 silver teeth, like inside your head right now?
Mariposa could use some of those.
yeah. This is the first I'm hearing about that.
Are you like carrying them around, or are they?
I think.
Are they loose? Are they loose teeth?
I think it's just a bag of silver teeth that I've collected.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see this bag of teeth and I like run my tongue over my gums.
Okay, the little pouch of silver teeth rattles out and they all peer over it. And the train engineer ticket guy especially is like, I wouldn't mind a few of those.
You're going to have to play and win there, my friend.
So here's how this is going to work. Right now, your score is 21.
Okay.
That's how much they're evaluating your teeth to be worth. We are going to play 5 rounds. Each of those rounds, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And you or Billy or any of the other players who are in attendance could be the ones who choose to answer it.
Cool.
Responding to the question will potentially net you a bonus. And nobody else wants to play? Just Emory here?
No, I don't want to look around, so.
Okay.
No, I'm doing horse duty.
Okay. And then we'll roll to see if you win the hand.
Cool.
Or lose the hand. If you win, your score will go up. And if you lose, your score will go down.
All right. Sweet.
Okay.
So I have a plan here for Billy where he's going to try to look at the other players' hands and give some signals to Emory whether to bet or not.
Nice.
Okay. So let's say that because that's the case, we'll give Emory advantage on a luck roll if you succeed on a roll to pass in that information.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So first round, they deal out the cards and Paul, the lawyer, being this gregarious kind of huckster kind of guy, is leading the conversation. And he's like, now say there, Emory, you're a tall, stalwart-looking fella. You've probably been around the block. You've probably had your fair share of adventures. I'd have to guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell me, who's the meanest son of a bitch you ever killed?
The meanest son of a bitch I ever killed. His name was Wu-Tang, and he was he was a railroader, a real mean, tough as nails kind of guy. He'd kicked open a door I had just installed in a saloon and dented it all up to hell. I put my hard-earned work into that, so I called him out into the street, and I said, "Hey, Wu-Tang, I ain't nothing to fuck with."
All right. And Billy, you're peering at the cards. So I'll get you to roll a wits.
All right. And I hope I can use my skill to swindle to my advantage here.
Sure.
Do we have aces? Did anybody kill those?
You do have aces. They are fresh this game.
I don't want to give away the game so quickly, so I'm going to use an ace to reroll. 11.
Okay. From Billy's perspective, the cards are pretty even, so it's going to come down to your ability to bluff the game or bluster your way through or even just have a lucky hand. So I will let you choose. Are you relying on your luck or are you bluffing your way through this game?
I'm going to rely on luck.
So roll luck with a +2 for your story.
18.
Ooh.
That is a success. Roll D100.
I got 32.
Your score is now 53.
Whoa.
Nice.
Sweet.
Big money. All right.
Whoa.
Round number 2. Paul gathers up the cards, passes them to the next player, and this guy is the really handsome guy. This guy speaks with a bit more of a debonair voice. Yes, it's a very interesting story. I think I've heard of that Wu-Tang fellow. Seems like he must have been a nasty individual. But you know, it can't all be violence and killing, can it? Tell me, you must have also been quite a lover in your day. Tell me about the one that got away.
Gosh, Billy, do you got some ideas?
Well, I can tell you about the one that got away from me. Missy was her name. Missy Elliott. She was...
I don't know why I didn't see that coming.
She really got your freak on.
You know, all she wanted was money. She really wanted me to just work it all the time so I could.
Oh, I love it. What happened? How did it resolve?
Well, the thing is it's a little embarrassing, but she ended up getting arrested.
For what?
Well, the thing is she shouldn't have been arrested. It was only a misdemeanor. She was trying to create a firework of sorts. They said it was some kind of bomb, but
Scandalous.
it exploded in the middle of town, made a big rat-a-ta-ta, you know. And well, she got caught, so.
So you just never saw your love again.
No, she went off to prison, and then as far as I know, she got sent off on one of those work gangs, and I haven't seen her since.
Well, you know, those work gangs, they're the future. They're doing the good hard work, ensuring that we have a prosperous future out here in the desert. So
no.
don't knock it. Don't knock it before you benefit off of it, you know?
This is a real Jeff Bezos kind of guy.
Go ahead, Billy. You can roll your spot, your wits, with a +2.
Nat 20.
Oh.
I could fill one more slot. I have one more slot, so I'll probably try to do that. Something about gambling.
Or about your romantic backstory.
That's true.
Or telling tall tales.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, because that was definitely all made up from Billy's perspective.
Sure. Should call it Rapper's Delight.
You'll forget what it's for.
For sure, but it'd be well named.
All right. Yeah.
So with that success, you're able to pass a signal on to Emory, and Emory will get an advantage on his luck check.
I got 14.
Okay. Another success.
Nice.
I will get you to roll another D100.
Big money this time. Big money.
I got 68.
Wow.
That is big money.
That is 111.
Holy.
Passes the deck on to the station attendant. Mm-hmm. And this guy shuffles up the deck and he's like, you know, I'm curious about those teeth. That probably was a challenge for you to get a hold of all 12 of them. You know, it seems like a pretty big score. Is that the biggest score you ever took? You ever take a bigger score than that?
Well, actually, this was the biggest score I ever got. It was I can't think of any more raps to go with this.
Are your palms sweaty?
I was in West Philadelphia. No. I was born and raised.
Yeah, he was a Fresh Prince.
It doesn't have to be rap related.
You guys are the only ones who made that into a thing.
Yeah, that's a big ask to do it for fun.
These 12 teeth were my biggest score. They were 7 brothers between them, and they were harassing this mining town. And that was actually how I got into embalming as well, too. But I managed to take them all out. It was a sneaky affair, but I managed to get it all done in broad daylight, straight face to face. They just all didn't know they had no bullets in their guns.
That's quite impressive. I can't wait to chew real food again after I win this hand.
We'll have to see about that.
Billy, go ahead and spot.
It's just going to be an 11.
Okay, so that is a fail, but not such a terrible fail that you're caught, fortunately.
Okay.
Trev, Emory will be rolling his luck check straight.
Oh, straight is 13.
That is unfortunately not enough.
No.
Oh, no.
So you lose this hand. It's not all the hands. It's okay. You still got lots of points. Roll me a D100.
I got 2.
Bullshit.
What?
Like 0, 0, and 2?
Fuck.
Is that what that means?
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
You lost the hand, but you played it right. You didn't lose that much. You only lost 2 bits.
Hell yes.
Nice. Good roll.
I love that bullshit.
I saw the 00 and I was like, oh, no.
Cards come back around to Paul. He's like, you're actually quite good at this. Pretty impressive, if I do say myself. And he riffles the cards. He makes this like rainbow of cards. He does that like advanced shuffle where it flies through the air kind of thing into his other hand. You're obviously a skilled poker player. You must be a good bluffer too. What's the best bluff you ever got away with?
That last hand.
That's really good. I like that.
The way I see it is I always shoot straight, but from a certain point of view. So you just need to believe everything that you say, and everything you say becomes everything you believe.
He nods knowingly. I see right where you're coming from.
Excellent.
I feel like you and we studied at a certain school together,
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I suppose you could call it that. Billy, go ahead and roll your spot.
11 again.
Ooh, too bad. All right, give me a straight luck once again.
I got an 8.
Oh, no. Looks like they got your number.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
There's a little glint in Paul's eye. Go ahead and roll a D100.
73.
Oh.
No.
That's a hard loss to take. You're down to 46.
Doubled my start.
That's true. It's time for you to go all in.
They pass the deck to the handsome fella yet again. Well, it's been quite a great evening. I'm going to have to get going soon, so I think this is my last hand. But, I want to get back in the carriage and back over to the camp before it gets too dark. They say strange things happen out here at night. Say, you've been out here for quite a while, wandering the desert, I'm sure. What's the strangest thing you've ever seen?
I remember seeing a house that was walking across the sand, and inside of it, there were people playing dominoes, but with every step, the dominoes shook around, and it was really hard for them to play, but that was it. It was a weird thing to see.
What the hell?
Was this in a dream, Emory?
I was in a desert. I can't remember how I got there.
I like that. Was it in a dream? No, it was in a desert.
Oh,
I said that before.
I see.
I agree, that is quite strange. Very odd, very odd. Well, he picks up his whiskey glass, tips it forward, and cheers everyone at the table, and he's like, good luck on this last hand, gentlemen. And he shoots back the whiskey. Billy, roll your spot.
18.
Nice.
18. Billy, you see Paul has palmed a card. What do you do?
Shoot him in the head.
Wow.
Hit that little devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, you got two Emory brothers on your shoulders.
And they're both going, shoot him in the head.
Shoot him.
This voice in my head, I'm like, that's so weird. I'm not a violent man, but
Caught in the bloodlust.
yeah. Can I see what card it was?
The ace of spades, of course.
Of course. All right. I think I'm not going to out him, but I'm going to make a note of it to help our odds.
All right. So that makes your luck with advantage, Emory.
And which guy was this again?
This was Paul the lawyer.
Paul the lawyer. All right.
Would I be able to use like spot a hustle? It doesn't really compound. This is already with advantage.
Yeah, I'll give you a +2.
Sweet. All right, so I use my spot a hustle, and I can tell something's up. I can see it in the eyes of my dear friend Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of give you the old shifty eyes at him.
So modified, it's a 15.
That is not enough to win this hand. Roll a D100.
You could use an ace.
Oh yeah,
One additional roll with an ace.
one additional roll. Okay,
Might be worth it.
that's a 19 unmodified,
Nice.
so 21.
That passes by 1.
Yes.
Roll a D100, and we'll see how much money you've got in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following @The House of Bob on your favorite social media platform, or by joining us on Discord. And most of all, support us on Patreon. That's just $5 a month for RPG zines, RPG articles, director's commentaries, and actual play campaigns. This year we're playing Delta Green. Trevor is in there, Alex is in there, Jeanette's joining us. It's a great time. Patreon.com/thehouseofbob. All the links are in the show notes. This show is made possible by all of our patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Frontier Bobs is an independent production by the House of Bob and is not affiliated with Den of Druids. We're using the game rules as published under the Frontier Scum third-party license. Art for this campaign is by Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio. And music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, Mike Hammock, and Shubert. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Yay!
Yay!
Money.
He said the thing.
Yay!
2 weeks. Oh no. That one's gone.
Well, we'll never find that die again.
Don't need those
You
dice
don't-
anymore.
You don't get to roll with advantage
Well-
anymore. Yeah.
Slowly open it up. And a gold light washes out over your face. No, it's not
Pulp Fiction.
It's not Pulp Fiction. And a reminder that Billy could also choose to respond to these. So if you want to take turns, or I just want some fun role play going on. Okay.
Yeah, I just thinking of more Wu-Tang references. She was this real old dirty bastard. Trevor's frantically like searching up other rappers and stuff.
Yeah.